Howdy, how's it going? Welcome back, or howdy if you're new. By now, I'm sure all of you have heard about the new Viture Pro XR headset, and now you're probably wondering what all the hype is about and is it truly worth it? So I'm not going to drown you in tech specs that'll put you to sleep faster than a boring Zoom meeting, but instead I'll be giving you something different, like some alternative points and use case scenarios that might open your mind as much as mine has been. No beating dead horses here. To those who are new, howdy. My intentions are always to deliver the truth, even when it hurts. But today, though, no hurt feelings. I will be giving you all of the quirks and features, and of course, point out any caveats for sure. As always, I will not be shoving any turds in your pocket or trying to sell you something that I wouldn't use myself. I've always wondered, are these headsets really as good as people say? And why is everyone simultaneously shilling for them? So let's dive into everything so I can fill you in completely. This headset really did change the way I look at things, especially in the handheld space, and it forever changed my gaming experience. And at the end of this video, I think you're going to see why. Oh, by the way, huge shout out to Viture for providing everything you see here and for the opportunity to give a complete, unbiased, and uncoached review. I really appreciate it more than you guys know. Also, thank you to the channel members who make doing these unbiased reviews possible. Much love. Strap on or in, it's going to be a good ride. If you were skeptical or you had concerns about these headsets, so was I, and you definitely aren't alone. There is a lot of mystery behind these things, but underneath you'll see they are pretty awesome. If you haven't seen the unboxing videos or you want to know what's included, go watch that video. I will have it linked below. It will not disappoint. I'm going to quickly blast your brain with some tech specs, and then we're going to dive into my entire experience from start to finish. Just to clarify, I wasn't paid for this review, but I did get to keep the product shown. I will never let that impact my review because I have a duty to you guys. So, the Viture Pro XR glasses. These things are rocking the brand new Sony Micro OLED 120Hz Full HD displays. And what you get to see is stunning. The edge-to-edge clarity, it's pretty wild. Anti-glare, anti-ghosting, and active motion sickness, it'll keep you fully immersed for hours. I'm extremely sensitive when I wear stuff like VR headsets, but I experienced no motion blur or lag here, no eye strain either, and these also are sporting an SGS A+ certification, and it's supposed to cause less eye strain than even your phone. So the screen is 120% brighter than the previous model. It's projecting at up to 4000 nits brightness. Oh, and these glasses also have an improved electrochromatic film, and that's supposed to block up to 99% of external light, so you don't even need to have the lens shades. Now, for all you glasses wearers or eye issue sufferers, they do have myopia adjustments built in on the top, and they're super handy if you've got bad eyesight or wear glasses. But if your vision is like mine, which is pretty bad, I was able to find a company called Lensology, and they've got you covered with magnetic lenses. I'll do a video on the entire experience with those. It is a small cost to pay, but there are alternatives that I can cover later. These glasses are built to last with aircraft grade aluminum and titanium hinges. No expense was spared on the housings for sure, and they are super comfy. They come with multiple nose pieces, so they can fit any nose shape, even if you have a tiny beak or a chonkin' honker. These headsets plug right up to anything pretty much that does USB-C display out, including smartphones, ROG Ally, Legion Go, laptops, desktops. You could take your mobile gaming experience everywhere, even in bed. Trust me, I'm hooked on that one. Now moving on to the neckband, this thing is a chonky boy, but it is extremely fun and useful. It's basically an Android powerhouse around your neck. You can stream movies, watch TV, YouTube, and even play games and emulators. It also has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, of course, so it'll support PlayStation Remote Play, Xbox, and even some PC games remotely too. Multitasking with the Viture is amazing, so I can catch up on my videos in the mornings while taking care of my needy doggos.
Oh, dude. Really? No.
Checking the mail, doing whatever I need to do. And the neckband also has a massive 3200 mAh battery, giving you hours of playtime. I was able to watch about 6 hours of YouTube back to back, 1080p, brightness all the way up, audio all the way up with no issues at all. Now, when you're playing games, there can be some heat that's produced under heavy load, but it does have a built-in fan, and it's not too loud, but if the fan noise bothers you, you can drown out that fan noise easily wearing some Bluetooth headphones, which pair really nice as well. Oh, and the audio that's built into the headset, it's pretty awesome. It's got Harman Kardon audio, which, as you know, it's a reputable brand. It usually delivers fantastic experiences, but I'd rate the audio overall at 8.5 out of 10, which for me, and as an audiophile, it's kind of a hard mark to hit. I think the only downfall was the lows. It's very clear and it has good volume, but I seem to kind of want a little bit more with the lows, but that's just me being picky. Since the neckband takes USB-C, it's easy to charge, so you can even use it while it's charging too, for an infinite power essentially. Now, the other accessory that I tried was the limited edition 8-bit DOE controller. It is in a sick smoke gray finish, just like the Steam Deck OLED that comes in the smoke gray finish as well. It pairs perfectly with this headset, especially for emulator fans though. If you're playing racing games or some more modern games, it might not be your cup of tea. And if it's not your cup of tea, you can also pair an Xbox controller, you know, one of those chonky boys that you probably play with on your computer. But you know what's not a chonky boy though? This new Pro Dock. It's more like a muscular Giga Chad with a few tricks in his pocket ready for you to reach in and grab. It's got a pretty epic battery too. Material says it can go up to 20 hours in some scenarios, and I believe it's possible for sure. With this, there is no need for power cables to take it on the go and use on your Steam Deck or your Switch. My favorite part is plugging it into my desktop or consoles via HDMI and enjoying whatever I want with no limitations. The possibilities are truly endless. Since this dock has two outputs, consider getting an extra pair for your kids, your dog, your friends, or your significant other, because having a dual in Mario Kart will absolutely blow your mind. Now moving on to probably why you're here, which is how well does it work on the ROG Ally and the Legion Go, and how do they work? Easy. It's plug and play essentially. The 120Hz OLED screens will handle anything you toss at them and it will look good doing it. I myself, as a seasoned VR user, this quality blows me away. The visual clarity and text and graphics, it's incredible. The colors pop and there is no screen door effect, praise the Lord. I'm extremely happy with how well it handled every game I tossed at it, including Cyberpunk and Forza. You name it, I played it. It blew me away. There was no motion blur, there was no lag like I've experienced with other types of headsets. And since it operates more like a display than a VR environment, you don't even need a beefy GPU to run it. You're gonna see exactly what you see on your screen, but enhanced. Now, of course, there's one caveat. Using it on the current ROG Ally, unless you're using the dock or a way to split the USB-C to send power to the headset and the Ally, you'll drain a little bit of battery from it, but it's not too big of a deal. I got a lot more enjoyment out of the Legion Go, which has two USB-C ports, allowing me to plug in the headset into one and charge from the other. Now, if you are looking at getting the ROG Ally X, it has two USB-C, so you're completely covered. Now, you can get a power bank also to keep the juices flowing. If you want to use it on the Steam Deck or the Switch, you can plug it straight into the dock, and it has mounted right there on the back for convenience and easy portability, and you can keep the juices flowing from the built-in battery on the dock. Now, for productivity, it's also been a game changer. Like many other tech creators, we consume content from sunup to sundown, and you don't have to stop. You got to run to the bathroom? No worries. You got to check the mail? No worries. You got a wedding to attend from your uncle on his 4th marriage? You are covered. You can consume content on the go, whether you are on a road trip or a plane, and you don't have to worry about hurting your neck staring at your phone for hours on end. And no one will even have a clue that you're watching Gamers Nexus, or if you're just paying attention to them, staring off into the abyss, enjoying every moment of your show or game. You'll just look like a really cool Giga Chad vibing. Now, with all that said, I think these glasses are well worth the price, and you should strongly consider picking up some so you can experience this for yourself. I really hope this video was helpful in answering your questions or your worries, but if you could, please take a second to like the video, drop a comment, let me know what you think, because I really want to know. If you have any other questions as well, I'll try to answer those on the next video. And I also want to take a moment to thank the channel members again. Thank you guys so much. You are the GOAT, and thank you so much. You guys really, really make this all worthwhile. Your support means the world to me. And if you would like to become a channel member to see more unbiased reviews like this, check the description below. So folks, that about wraps it up. stay tuned for the next one. I'll be showing off the lenses and a few other follow-up questions to talk about. But until the next one, I really hope you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night.